Good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. So, faculty members, please inform your colleagues to join the session as we have very less participate today. As today is the last day. So, I request please inform your colleagues or friends to join the session as soon as possible. Narayani ma'am, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, you can start for the day.
Okay, so good afternoon. Welcome to the last day of the session. So yesterday we were trying to create this automator, right? We did this agentic AI. So the goal was that we will automate this Excel sheet, correct? So yesterday there was some technical issue because of which we did not see any output as such, right? So today I have just run it. It's working. I think it just got exhausted. So I will just run and show you what is work happening, okay? And I'll also show you how to check, okay? So you can see there are no errors today, right? It's actually gone to ChatGPT. So how do I know whether it's running? Just press on the tick, you can see that. So it is on row number 34. So I have to go and check here. Do I have anything in row number 34? Yes, I have this, right? Oh, okay. So you can see there's an output also here, right? So AI for agriculture, okay? So you can see that it is just updated 14th, right? And it is just updated, correct? So you can see this last update was at 8 o'clock. This is US time, okay? This you can see is 9:35, right? So you can see that it is just updated. So you can see that it is actually giving me some kind of output, right? Okay. So we know that it is working, right? So I have actually, you can, if you click here, you can see that what inputs it has taken. So it has taken, you can see the topic, right? You can see that, what is happening. It has basically taken the topic and it is basically searching for 5 different papers. Okay. So it has taken 5 different papers and all these papers are merged and it is got back by the system. Are you guys with me? Please stop me if you are not following. Okay. So the problem here is that it has basically taken 5 different documents. Okay. It has merged everything and it has come back to us. Okay. Now that is not good enough because how will I put this into ChatGPT? Because it's probably having, if you remember, we actually got a number of things. What are the things that it has got? You can see here, it has got head, you can see here bundle, right? It has got some headers, right? Then it has got some cookie headers. Then it probably has a body. So it's returned a lot of things. I don't know how to use it, right? Because if I have to put it in ChatGPT and create a summary out of it, I need to be very, very clear that only the title and the subject are going to be input, right? So for that, what I'm doing is, you can see I'm doing an iterator. So what is the iterator? We have actually got 5 different topics, right? Now, these 5 different topics, I am dividing them into separate packets in this process. So you can see there is a bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3, bundle 4, and bundle 5. Can you see that? So it has taken this output from HTTP. In HTTP, if you remember, we had actually asked for parsing, right? So what does parsing do? Automatically, it basically converts JSON and XML into human readable form, okay, or text format. That's what we mean by parsing. So that it has already done. So I am simply using an iterator. You can see what does this iterator do? It is going to create an array of list. What are the list? So you can see that every bundle is having these details. So this bundle is nothing but one list. Okay, what is a list? List is basically, it is going to have a number of elements inside it. For example, paper ID. What is the paper title? When was it updated? What is the link? What is the synopsis or summary? What category? When was it published? Right? What is the comment from this website? Okay. Who's the author? You can see that this is basically one of the 5 packages or bundles that we are creating from the data that we have received. Similarly, we are doing for bundle 2, bundle 3, bundle 4, bundle 5. Okay, clear, everyone? Am I making sense? Okay, yeah, go ahead, Tej. Yeah, tell me.
Hello, madam.
Yeah, tell me, Tej. Yeah.
Who creates the bundle? It does by automatically, or we have done something inside the.
No. So when you actually get data from the internet, what is happening? Internet is a large computer, right? It's a network rather, right, of computers. So whenever you are asking for some data, what is happening? There is a server where all these different websites are getting indexed, right? So Google provides that as a service. Okay. Now here in HTTP, what we are doing, we are actually not using Google. We are using this particular website, ARXIV. Okay, ARXIV has got different papers. So in that server only it has kept. Now what I have done, I have put a topic and I've asked. So from ARXIV, I'm asking for 5 different papers. So these 5 papers are picked based on the relevance. So whatever topic we have put, it is searching for specific words which are appearing in the summary or in the article. And if it's a match, automatically these 5 articles are thrown, correct? So once these 5 articles are thrown, what happens is it is actually everything. Each of these article is an output, but I basically want to save my monies, right? So it will show as one output only. Okay. So what format this will be? So if you go to a website, okay. So for example, here I go to one website. Let's say this only. Okay, so let's read some article. It is showing you like this, right? But actually, how will this article be? This will actually be in terms of JSON or it will be in HTML language. Okay, so it will say this is a header. Okay, this is a subheader. So you can see here, there is no article as such. Let's suppose I go to some recent articles. Okay, this will have a slightly different structure. Okay, suppose I want to read this particular article. You can see I'm getting this, right? So it is showing me some articles, right? So I can go here, you can see here. This will give me the abstract. Am I making sense? Yeah. So basically, this article itself, if I see, this will not be in one format. It will be in some machine readable format, which is converted for me by this particular browser. That is the job of this browser. Okay, so without this browser, that particular format is what HTTP is going to get. It is not getting it once, it is getting it 5 times for 5 different articles. Okay, it's mismatched. Now, basically, there are 2 problems with this. One is it is in a different language. Okay, so here when you are putting yes, okay, you are converting this language of JSON, XML, or any other language. Okay, and you are basically converting that into human readable language. Okay, so this is taken care here. But now, what is the bigger problem? Instead of having one article, I'm having 5 articles. Okay, and it is all in some order. Correct. Now I want to let's say I have a bundle of 5 articles. The first iterator that I'm using, you can see, I am going to divide it into 5 bundles. So from one bundle, I am dividing it into 5 bundles. Now look at this, every bundle. So this bundle still has many components, correct? Can you see that? So it is having some ID, title, updated, link, summary. You can see that, okay? So there are further components in this bundle, correct? So I basically first don't want all these components. Number two, I basically need this to be in a format, okay, of an array. So what I am doing to a level, I am only taking some components. Now you can see I have got this bundle, okay, I'm only taking some of these components. Can you see? I'm taking some of these components and I am converting that into a array list. What is an array list? So instead of saying this bundle will have a link, title, okay, if I basically look at the bundle, I'm change the structure of it. So I will say that this bundle link is this, title is this. So it will all be like rows. Am I making sense? Tej, are you following me? So can you see from this format, it has become this format. So what is the first bundle? You can see the title has become the key. The array is going to have the elements. Can you see this? Okay. Second bundle, you can see this title has become the key. What does it contain? It again contains like this. So I can use this key, automatically all these elements will be accessed. This is how this bundle has changed. Am I making sense, Tej? Hello?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Is this clear? Yeah, okay. So you can see that basis the title, this array aggregator, this title is now linked to the summary or title or link. You can see all of that. So like this, I have done a conversion. Why this is required? Because this is going to make more sense when I'm putting it into ChatGPT. Okay. Now this also you can see has got some keys, elements and all. ChatGPT is not going to understand that, right? So what we will do, we are doing something called as a text aggregator. So now you see what this does. This is further, you can see how this is. Rather than having them as elements, it has taken all the text. Okay. So if I look at, it has taken all the text and only this text is available. So bundle one only has text. Can you see that? So this text is having title, link. You can see that abstract when it is published. So it has basically taken all the values, squished it, and this is what I am going to feed in ChatGPT. Am I making sense? Is it clear to everyone why we are having these three: iterator, array aggregator, and text aggregator? Making sense? Should I repeat it? Is it clear? Okay, Vinayak. Okay, yes. Anyone else? Okay. So you can see I have got these three tools, right? Once I have basically got the text and the content, okay, I am now going to feed that into ChatGPT for summarization, okay? So these 5 articles, which is just going to have the text and all the details, I am feeding it into ChatGPT, okay? Now, what is going to happen in ChatGPT? You will see that. You can see that I have not only specified the ChatGPT, I am going to use this model. Can you see 0.4, sorry, 04 mini. So I'm using ChatGPT for mini, okay? So this is basically a reasoning model. I don't want this to be creative. I want this to be more factual. So I have selected this. You can see my top P is 0.4. Temperature is 0.2. You can see that. What does this mean? This means that this particular essay that I will get as a summary will be very factual. It is not going to be too long. It will not have some fancy words, nothing like that. It is not going to be creative at all. Okay, clear? So you can see that I have basically selected and there is going to be an output. What will be the output? So the output, it is actually going to give me a summary. This summary might have different topics with a few lines. Okay. So you can see what I have done. You can, in contrast, you can increase the temperature. You can perhaps increase your top P so that it will become more fluent. It will become more creative. Okay. That's up to you. I have not done that. Okay. Then finally, what is happening? I have got this. I just want to write this back into Google Sheets. Okay. So in Google Sheets, what you have done, I have taken this bundle. You can see. Now in this bundle itself, right, I am basically having some components. I am just going to write some of these components in different columns. Okay. So that specification only here I have written. Okay. So you can see that I'm reopening the sheet, but this time as updating a row. Okay. So what I will do first is in column G, right? You can see column G is what? Status. I'm changing the status to completed. Okay. Then when was this completed? I'm just putting the time sheet. You can see processed on. Okay. I'm just putting the date stamp here. Okay. So it will give me the date and the time of completion. Then what is the result? So there is some result that this ChatGPT has given me, correct? You can see here, this is the result. This is the raw result. So I am just copying that result here. Okay. And I am taking this last one as data feed link. Okay. So there is also something called as the URLs that were used. You can see that. So we are just going to update it here. Can you see here? Okay. So I have basically not put it from ChatGPT. I have actually put it from the HTTP because it gave a lot of links, right? So something like that I have done. Okay. Am I making sense, everyone? Yeah? Clear? Is the process clear? Anyone having any questions, queries? Okay, so I have basically shared the configuration with you. I can also share it now. How many of you want to try this? Because I've got two more examples, okay, which we will run locally in Python or in Google Colab. So I don't know how many of you are going to use Python Jupyter notebooks. How many of you have got Google Colab? So my thing is that I have shared two files. I want you to open your Google Colab. Okay, copy this file in Google Colab and you just can run it. Yeah, someone wants to ask something. I'm sorry. I think Tabassum, you wanted to say something. So using that, I'm actually trying to showcase to you how this works, how ChatGPT or something is going to work. Yeah. Yeah, Tej.
Madam,
Mm.
so in Google Sheet, you are typing all your requirement and then you do this HTTP and then Excel aggregator or segregator, right? Then finally it goes to the ChatGPT.
Mm.
Why cannot you directly into ChatGPT?
I'm automating this, no? I don't need this. So you can see I can basically run this every 15 minutes. Automatically it will happen. So I don't need to be in front of ChatGPT or even be in the computer. I don't even need to see the computer. Automatically run. This is what we mean, no? This is an agentic AI. So this will run whether you're there, you're not there. Am I making sense? Currently,
Okay.
I'm manually running it. Okay. So I am showcasing it to you. So you can see I just did this. You can see automatically something has happened, right? Can you see this?
Yes.
Automatically, I just for telling you, I basically opened it as it can run 15 minutes. Automatically it has run. Can you see that in front of you? I have not done anything, right? I just opened the sheet and I was just talking to you. It is automatically updated, right? Can you see that? I don't need to do anything. That's why this is agentic AI. You don't need to open ChatGPT. You don't have to sit, copy, paste, read, nothing. So you can see this is AI in gifting. Okay, automatically it is saying no generalization, interaction aware, functional tool, potential of labels. Okay, ultra strong machine learning, something it is saying, right? It has taken whatever topics are most suitable, right? So I have written gift. It has taken gift as some acronym and it's got all the titles which are associated with it. It's published it. It may be wrong, but the point is that this is how it has automated it. Is it clear?
Okay.
You just saw it, right? I didn't even mean to do it, but it's automatically working, no? So let's say we will put some other topics. So yesterday I had run it some 100 times. That's why I think it was not working. Today it's working. You can see I have not done anything. It is simply working. So today I just opened it around 1 o'clock. Started working. You can see, no? This is AI for pets. It's given me some topics. Okay. So like this. So you can see, no? Arithmetic theory is something and all it's shown. What is this topic for this? Okay. So you can see it's, so what is happening is if there is nothing gets updated, it will just say complete. If I just put it for 15 minutes and all, automatically, suppose I don't have any topic, it will still say it is complete. Because it is not its mistake, no, it is doing the job. You did not put anything here. That's why it's not updating. Is it clear how agentic AI works and why this is successful? Is it clear? Anyone else having any questions, queries? So if you still have colleagues, if you still have people who want to join, you can tell them because today we can actually show a working model. So yesterday I had shared a document, right? How many of you went through in your folder? There is a document. So maybe I'll share it again here. Here it has a detail about how you can basically update. Yeah, we are telling it to extract 5 papers. Where it is here, you can see max results 5. Suppose I make it into 10, okay? It will extract 10 papers. Okay, I have to save it. So let's say I put 8 papers, okay? I have to save it here first. Now I have to put a title here only, then it will work. Sorry, no. So suggest some title, no? Okay, suppose I'm just doing this. Okay, so automatically you can see. So I have put some script. So you can see automatically the date is captured. The spending is also captured. Okay. Now let's say I will run it now. So you can see it has got some articles. How do I know how many articles are there? So I can see it here. So you can see there are 8 bundles now. Can you see that? So from 5 bundles, it has now become 8 bundles. Okay. Now you can see the whole process is complete. So let's go here and check. Okay, so it has not found anything based on whatever topic I have got, right? So it's blank. So that's sad. Okay. So let okay, so let's try it. Okay. So you can see that it is working, right? Everyone? Yeah. So this is how this is working. Okay. So yesterday, like I was saying, I actually had shared with you a configuration document. So I'm going to share that again with you. How many of you want to just do your local configuration of this using Python? How many of you want to run make only? So this is the documentation I had shared. Okay. Okay, I've just put it in your chat window. Oh, have I put things in the wrong chat window? Okay, so you can see this. This is going to give you step-by-step instructions about how you can basically configure this make system. Yeah, Nirupama. It always runs complete Google Sheet every time. See, it's not like that. Okay, yesterday we saw there was a situation where HTTP was showing error. So what has happened is I had created this system. So I was extracting a lot of data from that particular research portal, ARXIV. Okay. Now this ARXIV suddenly realized that there is this person who suddenly showing so much of activity with me. So they had just blocked the agent. So that's why we saw a lot of error. So you can see that today we have run it only 4 or 5 times. Yesterday we have run it some 100 times, right? Okay. So what happens is if there is an error in, this is a sequential process, as you can see, right? One after the other. So you can also make it sequential actually. So for example, if this was not sequential, suppose I had routers, I can also do routers. Then it might run, parallel processes. Currently, this is running sequentially. So suppose HTTP itself is not a success, what will happen? It is basically not going to complete. It will just stop here. It will show a red here, minus red, like what we saw yesterday. Okay. And it will just stop it here. Am I making sense? Does that answer your question? Anyone else having any other question? So you guys, do you want to spend like some time in creating this kind of system, or should we go and check our Python code? So I'm just going to simulate something like this within my computer. Okay. I have shared, if you go and open your chat window, you will see that there are 2 Python codes which I have shared with you, right? So do you want to, so the question now is that, do you actually want to spend maybe half an hour in this particular creating this using make, or do you want to run this local research assistant on your computer? This is just for simulation. I'm just going to show you how this particular chat GPT is giving me this in real time. Okay. We are just going to simulate this within our computer. Am I making sense, everyone? Which one do you want to try? Do you want to do this or this? How many of you want to stick to make? You want to create this kind of agent, research, a summary agent using make? Can you please raise your hands? Okay, Tej. What about others? Only one person has raised their hands. Nirupama, okay. Okay, so I can see there are a handful of people. Okay, so maybe we'll spend half an hour doing this, if that's okay. All right. So where are you guys? Your guys are all at HTTP. Is this done? How many of you have finished this? Configuring HTTP, how many of you have done that? Okay, so let's configure this, guys. 1 second, I just need to... So let's configure this. Yeah, Abdul, do you want to say something? Shall we just move on? Okay. So if you are in step 2, how many of you are in step 2? So in step 2, this is how you will configure. Okay, so you have to basically put your URL as this. Okay, this will be your URL. So if you are working alongside with me, you can actually, I'm gonna put this in a document. Okay, so for URL, so the query, right? The URL is going to be what? This, you'll have to copy this. Okay, now you can see that there is something called as a method. So you can see there are different methods. We are going to use a get method. So what does it mean? If the conditions are all satisfying, it is going to basically go search and bring these data. Okay, so hence we will take the get method. Okay, so you have to select get method here. So select get. Okay, then you can see how am I going to on what basis I'm going to search, right? So there are going to be, you can see 3 parameters. So one is called as search query. Another one is I want to start with 0. How many I want to bring? I want max results as 8, right? So you can put it as 5 or 8 or whatever. Okay. So you have to add this. Okay. So what you will do, you have to go in. So it will look like this. You will, like the header is there now. If you press this add a header, you can press that in query string like this. Okay. It is going to show you some topics. So like that you do. So item 1, right? What is it? It is called search query. What is search query? This is how it is going to search. Based on these only, it is going to search. Okay. So item 1. So you can see wherever we looked at bundle, right? We actually had like a name and we had a value, correct? Similarly, here also you can see we are having a name and a value, both of which we are entering, right? So now, if you see, some of these colors are all green. Why this is green? I am actually selecting this from my Google Sheets. So if you see my Google Sheet, right, you can see that I am searching using my topic, which is in row number B. Can you see that? Then I am also going to use description, which is in row number C. Can you see that? Okay. So you can use a or a and condition. So these are conditions. Okay. So there are some descriptions and there are also some tags. You can see that. Okay. So you can see I am selecting. So what's rows? I'm selecting from here. That's why this is appearing like this. Can you see this, guys? So this will work if and only if you are having exactly similar names in similar columns. If you are changing the format, then you have to go to this Google Sheet. This will automatically open. Just select it from there. So for example, I'll show you. So, okay, I can basically select it here like this. Yeah, okay. Then I'm going to start at 0. So sometimes what happens is, let's say it is basically retrieved last time 5 records or 3 records only, whether it retrieved that. Okay. Now what happens? I want to change the position back to 0 so that it will overwrite all the records in the new time. So I will say start at 0. Then what is the max results? That is how many I want it to search. 5. You can put this as 5 or 10 or whatever. Okay. So please understand, more the search result, it is actually going to, like, every day we are getting some 1,000 points. It will basically deduct 1 credit or 2 credit based on how many search we are doing. Yeah, Abdul, do you have something to say? Abdul? Hello? So whatever number, okay, so you can put 5 or 8 or whatever. So you can enter this, okay, in HTTP. Then you can see I have asked it to parse it. So I'm going to pass the response. So I can go and select that. Okay. So parse response means, I told you, it is going to convert it from machine language to English. So you can press yes. Okay. Clear? So this is the configuration for HTTP. Now, whatever you have written, just write save. Okay. Okay, Nirupama. I want to extract the best possible papers like Q1 and Q2 journals and recent ones. Okay. So you basically need, see, this is just going to be searching, correct? You can use APIs. If you want a lot of customization, that is where you can actually, you will be subscribing. You can download their APIs, okay, using connectors. So for example, you can see here, I have, like yesterday we had this discussion on APIs, correct? So basically, you can look at these different connectors which are there, tools. You can add, okay, here you can see what are the different things are there. So you can see there are some APIs here. So you can use a SERP API. Using the SERP API, you can basically connect it. Am I making sense? Yeah. So similarly, you can see there are a lot of APIs. Can you see this? AI ML API. So these are all apps which are verified by Make. So you can also see that this is pre-configured. That means what? I don't need to worry about it at all. Whatever is there, it is already being configured and confirmed by Make. Okay. So if it's not available, then you will probably have to configure the API and add it here. Okay, clear? So this is where the API comes. We have not used any API. Why? Because I don't have a subscription and that particular website doesn't have an API. Okay. So just I'm using it. Okay. Is it clear how to add HTML? What we have done, is it clear? Are you guys doing it alongside everyone? Are you doing it alongside me? Shall we move on, or you guys are doing it? So maybe I will just put all of this in chat window so that you can copy from here. Okay. Now please remember, out of all of this, right, you have to select these topics, right? This, once I press here, you can see this is coming. Please select from here. Clear, everyone? So how many of you are configuring HTTP? Are there people configuring, or shall we move on? Shall we go to the next step? How many of you want me to go to the next step? Is there anyone who's working on HTTP step? Okay, so in the next step, all we are doing is you have to select this map. Okay, why we are selecting this map? So you can see that I'm going to reconfigure it. So what do I want to put it in this map? I want to convert what into array? So basically, we can also select more. Suppose you want the link also. We also want to know some other attribute. So whether it's updated, right? So like that. Okay. So I'm just going to save it here. Okay. So you can see that from those different details which were there, which was basically returned. Okay. I am selecting only those things which I want. Clear? Okay. Then I can go to my, so you can see this is very simple. I'm just doing a map. Why I have selected map? Because from HTTP, I have got a lot of details. I know exactly what details I want. So that's why we have mapped it. Okay. Now, we are going to configure array aggregator, right? So here you can see it is showing me everything. So I am just going to select what I want in this array aggregator. Okay. Then I will say save. So what is the difference between iterator and array aggregator? In an iterator, you will find that all the details which are there, okay, are basically available as separate bundles. In an array aggregator, this each article will basically become one bundle. Okay. Then we go to tools. How do you configure here? So here you can see in this tools, what are the text I have got? Title. So where I have selected it, you can see I've selected from flow control, array aggregator. Yeah, can you see that? So I've got these elements. You can see that I have selected these elements. Clear? Then we come into ChatGPT. So here you can see that I have basically selected ChatGPT. This is important. I am putting my prompt here. You can see this prompt is a role prompt. Can you see this? You are a research summarizer. For each paper in this text below, provide the title, one sentence key finding, publication date, and one line significance. Suppose I don't want the publication date, okay? Okay, I can change it. And here are the papers. Where are the papers? You remember the one before? You can see here text aggregator. So I am basically, you can see that I am giving an input here. This is the text. Can you see that? So you press here, it's going to come here. Clear? Okay. Making sense, everyone? So before, just like Google, you will find that in ChatGPT, you will link. Okay. So if you press add, automatically you can see it is showing my connection. You will perhaps put your key. Okay. So there is this connection. It will show the key. Okay. So I have put my key, I think. So it will show that. Okay. Then you will select, yeah. Yeah, tell me. Karpuravali or, yeah, okay. Sorry, Krupavati, yes. Yeah, Krupavati, tell me. Yeah, go ahead. What is your query? Go ahead. Krupavati, go ahead, yeah. So you saw, right? I made some changes. Automatically, it is showing some configuration, right? It's just now checking whether everything is there. Am I clear? So in this open chat GPT, how you will configure it? So here you have to basically, you can see, right? Whether you want a chat completion or a prompt completion. Okay, I want a chat completion. So that's what I'm selecting. Okay. So what does this mean? Just like you are using a chat GPT, you're getting results. Similarly, I'm not going to complete my prompt. I'm not asking suggestions for how to write, right? The prompt. I'm basically getting suggestion for the chat completion. So I'm selecting that. Then model, there are many models which are there. Okay. You can see, you can select from all of this. I have selected this model because it's fast, cost efficient reasoning model. Okay, clear? Okay. If you want, I can even select a O3 model. So you can see that it's a reasoning model for complex tasks. This is not very complex. So I've just taken a O4. Okay, clear? Am I making sense to you guys? Anyone having any query? So I have selected it. You can select some other model also. You can select maybe, these systems also. O5 also, GPT. You can do all of this. So if you want, you could have selected this also. Okay. You can see once I select it, automatically it is configuring. Okay, clear? Making sense? Anyone having any query? How many of you are actually creating this automation side by side with me? How many of you are just following or taking notes? Yeah, Lena, tell me.
Ma'am, doing side by side.
Okay, where are you now? Notes. Okay, Vinayak is taking notes. Okay. So where are you? Which step you are there, Lena? Okay, so finally in Google Sheets, so you can see that this Google Sheet itself, I don't need to give any credential once more because automatically it's going to take. Okay. The only difference is here when you are taking this Google Sheet, so you will press all apps Google Sheet, you will see there are many things. Okay. So we have to select this update a row. Okay. We have to select update a row. Okay. Once you have selected that, you can see that again, the same things that we selected there, you have to select here. The only difference is it is automatically going to take all the values. Okay. You remember here we have given all the values. What is there in A, what is there in B and all we have given. Correct. So here we are going to give updates. Okay. So that is all we are going to do. Okay. So this is basically from this result. If you see, okay. From ChatGPT, I have put it in summary. This is basically system. I'm just going to do now here. I've just written now here. So if we press now, automatically it is going to come. Okay. And this I have basically taken from HTTP if you want. Am I making sense, everyone? Okay. Is it clear how to do the configuration? Is it clear? Now, how do you check? So every time when you are running, you have to like right click this and say run this module only. Okay. So suppose I am building something. Okay. Rather than checking from start, suppose this is already completed, it's going to show like this. No. So then what I can do here, I will just put this and say run this module only. So whatever data is available in the previous step, it will take and it will run forward. Like that you can do. You will basically have coupons. Okay, this is a simple agentic AI. So we probably finished it in less than 50 coupons. Suppose you are building a very complicated structure, you have to do a lot of testing, debugging and all, right? So for that you have to do. We also saw that many a times we have to run this because we are going to do selections from the previous step. If that is the case, then you can basically run this module separately. Okay. Sometimes, let's say you are getting data from SQL. If that is the case, then you generally do in SQL program a try and then a error handling, correct? So then you can select this. So if you select something like error handling, automatically it will show you two parts. What will happen if the execution is correct? What will happen if you have got error handling, error? What you have to display, okay? Like that it can show. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. So now, how many of you have got Google Colab account? How many of you have that? So I want you guys to basically open a Google Colab account. Okay. Because I'll just show you how you can run locally in Python only, a research summary. So without having all of this also, we can create locally. The only thing is we are doing it for simulation purposes. So it is going to be very, very slow if you are going to put a lot of data. Okay, so I'm just going to simulate it using some 100 or 200 words only. Okay, for that, to run this, you can either use your Jupyter notebook or you go to Google Colab. Okay, so you can go to Google Colab. So this is the website. Okay, clear? So you can see that I generally don't use Google Colab because I use Jupyter Notebook. So here you will say new notebook. So once you press it, you are going to get this. Okay, so you can see this is very similar to my Jupyter Notebook. You can see this. So if I go here, this is my Jupyter Notebook. Okay, if you are having Jupyter Notebook, you can do new. So you can see this is what is running inside my system, right? This is my Google Colab. Okay. So what is the difference? This Google Colab is gonna run on the cloud. This is gonna run on my system. Okay. How to use this thing? I have basically shared two .pynb files, correct? So I basically want you to upload a notebook. Okay. So you can download the file which I have actually given you in Zoom. Okay. So let's say I have this. I have shared that notebook, no? So I'm just going to open it. So you can see that we are going to have this. We'll just upload it. So you can see this notebook is now open. Can all of you please open this first PYNB file in Google Colab, please? What do you want me to put again? So basically, open Google Colab. Okay. You can see automatically it is signing in. It's taken my name, right? We have put this file. I've already put it in chat. How many of you don't have access to this file? Okay, so I'll put this file once more if you want. So first is please download this file. Okay. Right click and do save as. Okay. Once you save in your local computer, I need you to open this here. So how will you do that? You go here in file and you basically say upload notebook. Once you upload that notebook, no, automatically it will open here. Yes, IPYNB file. Yes. So the file is called local research assistant.ipynb. This is going to do exactly what we have done. Okay, but we are not going to use chat GPT. We are going to manually convert these words into tokens and we are going to generate a summary just using our Python. Okay. Can you please confirm whether everyone has downloaded the file and uploaded it in Google Colab? So we will run it once, then I will tell you how it's working. Okay. Everyone, are you doing this, guys? Anyone who's not able to follow, please let me know. You will find here, this is also going to summarize. Okay. Okay. So what we have done here is, you remember in step 2, what did we do? We basically got a lot of files, correct? So instead of getting these files, I have given this. I have basically written some data. You remember we had that, so in make, this agent that we had, right? We basically extracted some data, then we use this array aggregator. So before inputting it into ChatGPT, what will we do? You remember? We basically got the title, URL, abstract. So basically, we have the title and the abstract, no? So that's all I'm doing here. So I have created that similar kind of thing where I have got what is corpus? Corpus means that this is basically the file basis which I'm going to generate some summaries. Okay, so these are the files that I have extracted. Okay, so you can see that this is like a dictionary. It is having 3 documents. So instead of 5, let's say I've got 3 documents. I've only extracted 3 files. Okay, so I have given some content here. Okay, clear? Now let's run it all. So it's reading the corpus. Okay, so you can see there is a tick mark. So everywhere it is run. Okay, you can see there is an output also. Can you see there's an output here? So this is what our agent is also doing. The only difference is the agent is dynamically, it is extracting files, putting it into ChatGPT and creating summary. Okay, here I'm simulating it. So this corpus that I've got, right? I have written, if I can read, so I can use a Python read command. Okay, and suppose I have got abstract papers or I've got actual papers, okay, research papers. I can upload it here. I can make this corpus read all those papers. Okay, and I can do all of this. It will still send me this output. Okay, let's see what I have done. So these are the queries. I have basically put some data. I want you to now write a summary based on this topic. What is this topic? You can see that what is my original topics? Something about artificial AI, I've got something. Second is something about Hadoop and all. Third is about agentic AI systems. Can you see that? Okay. So these are the topics. Now, I want to basically write some summaries for these topics. First topic is agentic AI. What it has written, you can see what it is doing. It is searching these corpus. Okay. So what are the corpus? So I have basically got 3 corpuses. It is searching for these keywords, agentic and AI. Okay. So what is going to happen is, what is happening? It is going and running this. It is searching the corpus. What is it doing? It is basically searching for those keywords, agentic and AI. Okay, you can see agentic AI is here. AI is there in the first one. Second one does not have anything. Can you see? So what it has done, you can see, it is referring to document 1, document 3. Document 2 is not that important. You can see it's not referring much. Okay. Then what is it doing? So you can see that corpus is getting rated here. Okay. Once it is saying that I have to first refer to document 1. Okay, then what it is going to do? You can see there are 2 sentences, right? Now, not all the sentences is having AI, correct? Like the second sentence is what? Key techniques include machine learning, anomaly, something and all is there. Okay. Similarly, in document 2, you can see anyways it's rated down. Document 3, agent AI is there. Then the second line is in classrooms, correct? So first is it is going to select a document. Second is it's going to select the lines which are important. Okay. Then it is actually going to look for words which are nearby, and based on it, it is going to write a summary. just like ChatGPT does. Okay, so let's see what is the summary. Final summary. Security and explainability are critical for adoption. Artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming finance. Agentic AI refers to a system that plan and takes action using tools. In classrooms, simple agents that show planning and tools are highly instructive. Real-time system, you can see what all it's writing. Can you see that? Why it is taken these lines and written like this? You can see that AI is there. The first line, this is from document 1, right? Okay. Second line, agentic AI. Can you see what was my topic? Agentic AI. You can see that A is small, but it has identified. So it has taken this line. Okay. Now, this is the second line in document 3, if you see. Okay. It has taken that. Then you can see real-time systems usually combine Kafka. This is in document 2, second line. You can see that. Can you see this, guys? Real-time system usually combine Kafka for injection, right? So basically, you can see it has taken different lines from different parts of these and it has created or summarized it. So can you see without ChatGPT also we can do that? Let's take another topic, batch analytics in finance. Okay. So you can see I have put another query, batch analytics in finance. So let's see what it has generated. So here it's saying that the documents which are matching are document 1, then document 2, then document 3 perfectly. Okay. Let's see what is written. Key techniques include machine learning, anomaly detection, natural language processing. Artificial intelligence is rapidly transforming finance. You can see this. Then it goes to the second line in document 2. Then the third line in document 2. Then you can see second line in document 3. Can you see this? So can you see how it is summarizing, guys? It is basically reordering the sentences. Is it clear, everyone? How many of you are not able to follow? Please raise your hands. So you can also do that, guys. You can basically select it and just say run all. Please try it, guys. Just press here, run all. See what it is generating. You can change the queries here if you want. So you can see I've just changed this query to dummies. It's given me some output, right? So you can see that once I had run it, the second time I ran it, it actually took only 0 seconds. Why? Because Google is taking care of my RAM, my disk space, everything. Is it clear, everyone? Please check this out. You can play around with the summary topics that you want to give. You can also do in corpus. Let's say we can add something here. So how many of you have run this, guys? Okay. Yes, correct. Why do you need a LLM? So you can see that if my corpus is very, very huge, that is where I have to do all this extraction, convert it into numbers. Then I have to create a matrix, right? So ChatGPT, it was trained on data, right? So here we are not data. We are simply referring to this and rephrasing. This is a simple logic, correct? But you can see that the downside is that the summaries are basically rehashing only. You can see that this is verbal diarrhea only, correct? Why? Because the corpus is so limited. That's the problem. Am I making sense? Okay. How many of you have run it? All of you have run the thing? Anyone else has any query on this? How this is working? How many of you have run this on Google Colab? Guys, it doesn't take anything. Just open a new Google Colab account, upload it and run it. That's all. How many of you have done this? So ChatGPT, what happens? This corpus is what it's very, very, very high, correct? That's why there is system, there is a company, so many people are doing updation work, all of that. Here, what we hardly have some 100 words, and we are even generating the summary line by line. We are not generating word by word. If you see, the prediction is not like word by word, it's line by line. The same line gets copied, correct? So let's see how it's working, guys. You can see that I have a corpus. Corpus means what? I have got a set of documents which I am going to refer. So anyone is going to, it's like, let's say I have a test tomorrow. This is my portion. So this corpus is my portion. Okay, that's all. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to search within this for keywords. So every time someone is asking me a question in the exam, like say batch analytics or something, I'm going back to this portion that I've got. I'm going to match which page number I should read. Okay. So we have batch programming. So you can see I've only got so much. Okay. So where is batch programming coming here? So you can see there is programming and there is batch. So it's going to search for key terms. Processing is there, right? Something like that. So it is basically going to match. Okay. So once it is batched, you can see here, it is giving me how is the batch analytics in finance is what we have given, right? So let's say I don't give. So let's just run this. So you can see I have just put programming, right? So you can see that it is actually, this is the order in which it is selected. Document 3, document 2, document 1, like that. So what it has done, it is basically saying this document 3 is more matching is higher with respect to document, with respect to my query programming. So I will first pick all lines from document 3, then I will pick lines from document 2, then I will pick lines from document 1. That's what it is saying. This is the order. Okay. So it will search corpus for top documents. So what is the order of documents? Document 3, document 2, document 1. Okay. Now what it is doing? So how it's doing that? It has to match words, right? That is what the search corpus is doing. So what it is doing, it's taking each of the document, it's splitting it into words. Okay, you can see that. I am first taking the words, splitting them, then I am converting everything into lower case. Okay, then I have basically convert them into tokens. You can see that, right? So this is basically called as, and you can see I'm adding scores. So every time I'm giving some topic, it is going to run the search corpus. So it is actually going to use this particular program and it is searching and saying, okay, document 3 has got higher rating scores, followed by document 2, followed by document 1 for that topic. Okay, clear? Then what it has to do? It has to write a summary. How it is taking summary? You can see here, it is taking the text. It did some scoring, right? Okay. Okay, it is taking all this text. It's maximum going to take only two sentences. Like there we search for only 5 topics. Here I'm going to take maximum only 2 sentences. Sometimes it might be 1 sentence or 0 sentence also. Okay. So what it is doing, out of this document where there is high match, it is going to pick 2 sentences. Okay. Then from the second one, then from the third one. Now it is going to score the sentences. Okay, clear? Then it will keep on rewriting it using the sentences. Clear? So that the score is going to be maximum. Okay, that's what it is doing. This is how it's writing extractive summary. Can you see that? Yes. So the idea you can see here, score is what? It is counting the number of tokens that it is having, right? From the queries. So this query that we have put now, this itself is converting it into a token. So this query you have put automatically goes here. It is converted into a token. Based on the token, it is going to match. Okay. Now, based on the match, it is rating these. Now, once you rate it, wherever the matching is there, that line which is having high score, it is getting picked. Maximum only 2 lines can be picked from everyone, right? And finally, it is arranging it based on the score in that order. That's all it is doing. Can you see that? In the classroom, simple agents, right? This is exactly the line here, isn't it? Is it doing any revision? No. How many of you are following me? No. See, ideally, the corpus needs to have it needs to be like, so if you can replace this with a summary of or the abstract of your research paper, this will work. But please understand that this final summary that it is writing, unlike ChatGPT, which is actually has got some inputs on grammar, it is going to check the beautifulness of the language with respect to accuracy, grammatically, whether it's correct, right? It can generate word by word. Here you can see we are generating line by line because I'm just showcasing you. We can change this program to generate word by word also. Am I making sense, Nirupama? Others, are you following me? Anyone else having any other query? Anyone else having a query? So this is only for demonstration purposes. Okay, we are not ChatGPT, hence we are not making any changes to the language also, you can see, right? Okay, clear? Okay, now I'm going to show you another demonstration. So for that, we will be using another file. So do a similar exercise. So go to file, then you say open, upload this notebook. You can actually do this with your actual Gmail also. I will give you step by step how to do it. But I'm not going to do it because I've got too many emails which I not even checked, okay? So I'm not going to showcase that on my email, but I will share with you the credentials of how to get the key for your Google email and how you can actually run this actual program. Also, I will show you the code, okay? Now let's understand what we are doing here. Okay, before we go to this program, how many of you, everyone understood the first one? The research project, is it clear to everyone? Anyone having any questions, queries, doubts? Okay. Now let's go here. We are going to simulate. So what we are simulating is, what this program will do is go through your emails. Okay. It is going to extract your items from your email. Okay. That means what? It will look at the email ID from the sender. It will look at the subject line and the body. Now from the body, my output is what? I'm going to create a to-do list based on my email. So I'm going to create a table which will basically tell me what are the tasks that I have and what are the due date. Okay. So you can see simply I've taken all the from, subject, task, due, and email. Isn't this similar to what we did in the integration in Make, the last step? We have taken some data and we have put it in a spreadsheet. Similarly, we are doing here. Clear? You can see that I have not done any kind of understanding or assimilation of the task. So I'm not like I have not converted one email into 4 tasks. That also we can write. But currently we are simply simulating. Okay. Is the context clear, everyone? Okay, now let's do a run on. The first time you're going to run, it will take some time. From next time, it will be much easier. Okay. So you can see. Yeah. So can you now see? It's actually giving you options to convert this into a table, interactive table. You can suggest its charts. So this is the advantage of running this on Google Colab. It gives you more options because you can see it is also offering you some advantage, right? It's also looking better, you can see, right? Okay. Now let's see what we have done. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, so here you can see I am definitely going to import some files. What are the importing that we are doing? So these are basically libraries. Let's like in Java or in C++, we used to use refers to some libraries, right? And we used to use those classes in our programming. Similarly, we are doing here. Okay. So this RE is nothing but I need to extract data from Gmail, right? Or I have got these emails. So that's where RE is there. Now date, time and all I'm importing from date, time. Then pandas. Why I want pandas? I want to put this as a table, right? For input output operations, I need pandas. So I'm importing these. Okay. Now you can see that just like we simulated the input in the last one, here also we are simulating our inputs. So you can see that these are the 5-6 emails that I've got. I've just written this. Okay. Now you can see I'm going to parsing. What is parsing? This is where your RE comes into the picture. So what is parsing? What do you understand by parsing, guys? What does parsing mean? Anyone can tell me? What does parsing mean? So you can see this input, right? It has got an email, it's got a subject. So the computer has to understand that this is different from this, is different from this. So even in Excel, right? Suppose I copy this in Excel sheet, you will find that initially, suppose I copy this, I'll just show you what I mean. Open an Excel, okay. Just copy it. You can see, right? It is just copying it in one line. So in the first line, can you see there are actually 2 items? Can you see that? So this is actually an example of parsing. So there is an error here. What is happening? It is not identifying that every field is actually separated by commas. Am I making sense? Right? To a certain level, it has understood that the third line is separate, fourth line is separate. But can you see the first 2 items are together? Correct? So to correctly identify that comma is a separator, okay, that's where we are going to use RE. Am I making sense? So here, what we are doing here, you can see, find the date mentions. So from that whole text, I'm going to find out what is the date. So for that, I'm writing, right? Can you see this? So from the simulated emails, I am finding the date function using RE. Yeah. Then, am I making sense? Anyone who's not following? No, here we are not actually doing tokens or extracting. Okay. Here, what we are doing is we are specifically parsing, as in we are going to that part of the email and we are picking items which we need. Okay. So words like today, tomorrow. Okay. Then, so based on that, it is going to give me the due date, right? So everything is due today. So let's look at something which is due tomorrow. Is it there? So you can see this call with Acme. This is tomorrow, right? Follow up on invoices. This is due today. Now we have not. So if we were doing correctly parsing, this reminder itself, I should divide it into 2 words. This is due tomorrow. This should be due today. Like that, I have to read. So that means parsing from this particular document. Am I making sense? Everyone? Finding pattern to make sense actually. Okay, clear? So looking at this data, I'm finding out what is the dates. That for that I'm using RE. Okay. Similarly, I am looking for keywords like to do, action, task, reminder, due, please, follow up. You can see I've got a set of words. This means that these are task words. So you can see that from this, I'm looking for those task words. Yes. So what does strip means? I'm basically going to remove those words from there. Okay. So can you see that these words are not there, right? Follow up, to do. Can you see none of these words are there, right? So I have removed all those words. How many of you are following? How many of you are lost? People who are lost, you can raise your hands if you want. Is it clear to everyone? Yeah, Shubla, please tell me, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, I joined late.
No issues. Okay.
I will do it afterwards.
Yeah, sure. So you just have to open this in Google Colab. I'm just explaining how this works. I will also share with you the actual way in which you can integrate a similar program with your Gmail. Okay. So you can see here. So I have stripped means what? I have deleted all these words from the email. That's what this means. Clear? Then what I'm doing, I am looking for tasks which are due today only. So you can see that I have something which is due tomorrow. I am not interested because I am going to do a task list for today. So can you see this? The second one, there were two tasks. One was due tomorrow, one is due today, right? So you can see only the one which is due today is written here. Can you see that? So how we are doing this? So basically, we are going to identify dates which are due, right? Either it is due or it should say today. So based on that, I am recognizing those tasks. Okay, you can see here, mention dates or email dates. So if it says today, then I'm going to take the email dates. If it is giving a date, I will take that date. So I'm matching the task line with the dates, which should be today's date. So only those I'm going to keep. Everything else I will delete. Is it clear, everyone, what this particular code is doing? Yeah, you can do that. We can change this date to tomorrow. So how will this change, guys? So one way we can do it is we can only look for those records which is having tomorrow mentioned, and we can basically change it. No, you should not ideally do the corpus. You should not touch the corpus. The idea is programmatically can we do it, right? So you can basically see these are all automations. We are creating AI agents here, correct? It is not very agentic in the sense that, you know, we are not using ChatGPT or creating LLM models here. Why we are not doing LLMs? One is because it will take time. Second is it might also have some cost associated, right? And finally, we are giving the output. So you can see today is this date. So similarly for tomorrow, what we will do, where will the changes require? First is we will only read those files which is having tomorrow or the date is tomorrow. Okay. Maybe we can clean it. Then we can run this and all with tomorrow's date. Correct? Then finally we'll do the output. So guys, how many of you have run it? Yeah, we can do that also. How many of you have done a run all? Did you get this output? So go through the code. Do you have any queries on this? You can see, right? I don't need too many of brains to do this. Programmatically also I can do. But what is the disadvantage? You can see that if I had connected this to AI or ChatGPT, what can happen? I can further get this task list to be cleaner. Okay, depending on maybe your priority, I can actually say that these tasks are easy, these tasks are difficult, these are you know. So that thing also I can do, right? Okay, suppose, okay, I want you guys to go through this. How many of you have run it? How many of you have not run it? Okay. Okay, I am actually going to help you. So in case you are very serious to automate your emails and convert that into to-do list, we can do it just like this programmatically. So I'm going to share some files for that. So you can use this code. And of course, I will have to send you a procedure of how you can. You actually need a key from Gmail, right? So you can then automatically run that also. Okay. So basically you have to go to your Google Cloud service. You have to get a key. Then you have to feed that key in this particular program. Making sense, everyone? So I'm not going to run that because it will show error only. But this will actually automate. So let's see whether it's the same steps, it's having different steps. So can you see this is a Gmail agent example? So there needs to be a credentials. It will be available. You will have to generate it just like we did for ChatGPT. You will get some key. You have to save it somewhere. Okay. In Windows and all, you will have to go and write it in certain windows. Okay. So here you can see once you put the credential, it will fetch data. This is very similar to this. If I had an API here, I'll have to do similar process, right? So here also it is going to give me a key. Once you do the key and you run this, you will find that it is actually going to get live emails. So you can see I have written a particular code for fetching emails, right? So what all it is going to fetch? It will get the payload. Then it is actually going to get the header. In the body, you will get the data, correct? So it's going to fetch the emails. Similar, the same logic which we used here. I'm going to look for these keywords, remove them. I will look at the date mentions, right? Is it clear? You can see it's the same thing. You can try this. You have to get from GCP your code and then you can try this. Okay, Mahalakshmi. Okay, I don't know the WhatsApp group. I have actually shared it with Sheetal or I think you have got all the PDFs, right? Sushmita, can you confirm whether the participants have got all the PDFs we have shared till now?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Actually, whatever the materials which you have shared, which is already uploaded in LMS, all the materials is uploaded.
Okay, some of them are asking, there is some Google group. Can you please share it there?
Okay, though no, there is no any particular group to be share any materials. They have to access in LMS only.
Okay. So basically, whatever material I've shared live in the session also, I'll share it with you. You can share it with them.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So you can see that we have created these agents just using Python programming. Okay. So with this, we have come to the end of the session. I see that some of you have been participating in the session day in and day out. I would like to hear what are the things you would like, which you liked in the session. What are the things that you probably want more improvement? What are the things you are going to try from this session in your actual daily work? Yeah, Nirupama, I've already put everything I have shared in chat today. Okay, you can download. But I have actually given some handouts for day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. I think Sushmita is saying they are available in the LMS. So you have to go log into the LMS as you are giving attendance and download it. I will also share with whatever was shared in Zoom session today so that Sushmita can upload it in the LMS. Yeah, Sage. Yeah, go ahead.
Any technology will have some limitation. Is there a limitation for this agentic AI?
Yeah, so the limitation is basically going to be monies, right? You are going to pay for many things. So for example, in this small agent that we created using Make, right? We have to put some token money in ChatGPT to use it, isn't it? And also another thing that you have to think is whether how important is the tasks to be automated. That is something you have to keep in mind. Sometimes you will put too much of brain into automating something that is perhaps not very important. So the purpose, the context, okay, as well as the cost of the resources, these would be the limiting factors. Does it make sense?
Yes, yes.
So this is exactly the reason why that you remember on day 3, we spend so much of time in writing the workflow, right? So when you're writing the workflow itself, you will understand whether this is free, can I do this programmatically, or you can basically now start. What you can do is you can basically write the workflow, then you can look for easier ways to implement the workflow. So for example, you can see that I can do this in Python. I can do this directly in ChatGPT. Like ChatGPT also gives you an agent, okay, but to access that, you will have to pay $20 a month. Or I can use these kind of no code platforms, okay, or you can actually programmatically do things, or you can use NA10. You can configure your laptop to become a server. So these are different options even for one particular problem. So which one is better, you will have to evaluate. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So Poonam Tripathi, kindly update your attendance. It will just take a few minutes, or assign someone to do that, okay? Yeah, Yumnam, go ahead.
Ma'am, talking about the agent,
Yeah, tell me,
okay.
sir.
I have something that open source agent. There is lot of open source agent like Minimax and JLM 4.6 is coming right now. So they are providing lots of use information like deep research, and we can make PPTs everywhere, everything through chat. Okay, so another thing we can use RAG and Open Router for APIs, or free APIs to do some to make some agents, and there is also one platform called Copilot Kit. So what is now if you are going through that RAG and all, is it it will be useful if we are doing research on that, or should we wait for some other resources coming
No,
out
no, no,
from the
no.
open source platform?
Okay. So let me tell you, so there are two parts to your question. Let me answer both. The second part I'll answer first. If the question is, should I start trying out this agent making? Yes, please do. Because nothing is stopping you. Like you are saying, right? Copilot itself is available. So you can start with just go to, I think all of you have access to Microsoft 360, correct? And
Yes,
Copilot is free with that. So what that
Copilot
means
Kit.
is, yeah, so you can
Mm.
go into Word document, you go into Excel sheet, you can just put your Copilot, say that please visualize it. Okay, start from there. You will see what is the kind of value addition you are getting. Okay, that will give you a lot of confidence. That is actually assist only, like I told you, it's not exactly an agent, but you can start from there. Copilot itself has got something called as a Copilot Studio. Okay, that enables you to create agents. But what I will suggest is, I have shown you, Zapier, Make, these are all free.
Yes.
These are all
Zapier is
free.
free.
So you can basically, and Zapier needs some coding. Make, you can see, was very, very free. You can very easily just do, click, 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 add some data. Perhaps if you are getting stuck, you can easily ask ChatGPT, you can create it, right? So start there. So ChatGPT also put some $5, which will be around what, $500, right? So start from there. So creating agents is very, very useful for you, because one is you will understand that not everything requires your attention. Not everything you need an assistant also. You can just automate many things, correct? Like I also
Yes.
showed you that even in your mobile phones, you have got this Google Home, right? You can automate things, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
anyways, the mobile is tracking you. Why not use it to your advantage? So do that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so please start today. That is the reason why I actually showed you how you can use your mobile phones and do automation.
Yes.
Then your last question, open source. Okay. Now, see what is happening with this agentic AI is companies are no longer writing code. What they do is they all have access to GitHubs. Open source basically means that these people write code and they put it in GitHub. Okay. Now, whenever there is one small change or some bug happens, you will find that, you see that there is an outage. What is an outage? That code is creating a bug. So none of the systems which is using that code is working. Everything crashes. So more and more you are going to use agentic AI in automating or to write programs. This will happen.
Yes.
Okay, because people
Yes.
are not investing in writing code. People are investing time in just doing some checks, right? Or debugging. That also probably they're not doing very well, right? So that's the issue.
Yes.
Okay. So open source, with respect to coding is a problem, but I think you mean open source means it is for free. So generally you can find many tools. Some of the tools I have only told you to go and try out. You will find that it is free till a level. So some companies have this limit. So if you sign up, they will give you, let's say, 1,000 points. Once you exhaust 1,000 points, you have to put money or you will have to open it with a new email. So that's something you'll have to think about. Okay.
There is one open source platform called GLM 4.6, and it is free and open source, and it's a agentic platform.
Okay.
There
You have tried it?
Yes.
So I think even DeepSeek is very good. So if you're looking at the best, I think DeepSeek is free. Unlike ChatGPT, I think that is free. The only problem is I think you cannot freely access it because Indian government is perhaps, putting some stops to it. But if you try to look at DeepSeek, it is completely free.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Madhavi is saying thank you. Anyone else having any question? Anyone else? Anyone else, guys, having any question, doubts, queries? All right. So thank you very much, participants. With this, we come to the end of the course today. So I hope there is no course tomorrow. Today is the end of the session. It's a 5-day course. So I hope that in the past 5 days, we have not only learned the theory and why agentic AI is important, you have also tried hands-on some topics. And I hope that you will be able to try this out in your day-to-day life and also help students giving the very best. All right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ma, for your valuable session of all these 5 days. I hope this has been helpful for our faculties. Thank you so much for your effort and the knowledge which has been taught, Ma. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, as this is the last day of this particular program, for definitely we'll meet again on next STPs or FDPs. We'll definitely be in touch with you. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so dear faculty members, so as I know you all have a query related to certificate and LMS, everything, I'll just answer for all of your questions. So mainly, I just wanted to know about the certificate. About the attendance. I request please mark your attendance without any fail. So as you all know, 60% of attendance is mandatory to get the certificate. Okay. So if you have marked your attendance all the 5 days, at least for 3 days, because if you want to get the certificate, the 60%, if you want to secure, at least for 3 days, you have to mark your attendance. If you have marked your attendance, for definitely you will get the certificate for your register mail ID. To issue the certificate, we need at least 10 days. So I request you all to wait for 10 working days to issue the certificate. For your registered mail ID, we will send you the certificate. And related to LMS, all the LMS access has been completely given to all the faculties, those who have registered. So whatever the materials, all the 5 days of materials and the recordings has been already uploaded in LMS. So today's recordings also we are going to upload. So if you have any query related to topic, or if you have anything like if you wanted to revise the topic, you can just go through the videos and also the materials which has been taught from Narayani ma'am. Okay. So yeah, and if anyone facing any issues on LMS, or if any further, if you wanted to know the details, you can drop the mail to edl@xlr.com. I'm just dropping a mail ID on the chat. That is edl@xlr.com. If any query related to certificate or related to LMS, you can drop a mail. That is edl@xlr.com. Any other questions? So I'll be open for 5 minutes. The chat will be open for 5 minutes. You can just ask the question. You can kindly text it on a chat. I'll just see the message and I'll answer it for you all. Sir, if you have not able to log in for the LMS, if you are facing some issues, as I told, I request please drop a mail to edl@xlr.com. We'll just check and let you know. Any other questions?
Ma'am, please share the attendance sheet, ma'am, today. Link, please.
The attendance link, it is already shared in a chat. Let me share it once again.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Any other questions? And one more important thing, if you are a student, if you have attended this particular FDP program, it is faculty development program, you will not get the certificate. Only for the faculties, we will issue the certificate. For knowledge purpose, you can join, as we already informed in the starting. If you have joined, you will you will not get the certificate if you are a student. If you are a faculty only, you will get if you have secured 60% of attendance. Have filled the attendance for 4 days. Yeah, if you have filled the attendance for 4 days, for definitely you will get the certificate, no issues.
Yeah, but I am a student now.
Yeah, if you are a student, you will not get the certificate.
But as it was not told earlier,
We have already informed in the day one of a session. So we are already informed. And I used to inform each and every day that if you are a student, you will not get the certificate.
okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions? Okay, I hope there is no questions, and also I can't see any questions in the chat. So yeah, I'm just repeating. Like if you have got 60% or above 60% of attendance, you will get the certificate for your register mail ID within 10 working days. Okay, yeah. Thank you all. Thank you for joining this for all the 5 days. Thank you so much.
Hello, ma'am. Are you there, ma'am?
Yes, please tell me.
Yeah, Sushmita, ma'am. Actually, I'm a faculty, and in past, I have, attended your FDPs, but
Okay.
currently, I'm not able to see any material. So I doubt like whether I like use which ID. I can see my personal ID is there, and I can see the past lecture attendance and feedback and other materials.
Okay.
But for the current time, that was in FDP on GenAI and RAG. For that time, somehow I couldn't complete the course. So I'm not expecting that certificate. But this one, I was thoroughly active. So that course is not showing here as an enrolled. So maybe I have would have missed, or I don't know, because I received all the details about the joining link and all. So
Okay.
if possible, please provide the LMS access so that I can access the material also. All sessions were really interesting, and I'm really thankful to you all for such a wonderful session.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. I'll just check it as you have shared your mail ID. I'm just giving LMS access to you once again. So if you have received the mail, for definitely you have got the LMS access also, ma'am. Kindly refresh the portal page and check once. So yeah, I again gave the LMS access.
Madam, can you please send me attendance link?
Yes, sharing it again.
So, Sushmita ma'am, I tried with both the IDs.
I just gave you, ma'am. You can just check after sometimes. If it is not working, I request you to drop a mail to ideal@xlr.com. Our team will.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. Thank you
You
so
got it,
much.
right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, yes,
Thank you,
yes.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We'll definitely meet again on next STPs or FTPs.